Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's ESD girls basketball matchup between our guests, the Harrisburg Tigers, and the host, our own Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We encourage you to support your team in a positive manner while pursuing victory with honor. Sportsmanship is all about respecting the game, each other, and yourselves. Please enjoy the game and support these student athletes by modeling good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please stand and join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. As a reminder, proper respect for the flag is to remove your hats, stand at attention, and place your right hand over your heart. Active and retired military personnel may salute and show proper respect to the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Now, let's meet the lineups for tonight's contest. First for the Tigers. At guard, number 2, the 5'7" senior Addie Wagner. At guard, number 4, the 5'6" senior Jaylee Hofer. At guard, number 11, the 5'11" senior Abigail Flanagan. At guard, number 14, the 5'10" sophomore Sadie Merman. And at forward, number 20, the 6' junior McKinley Lorenzen. The Lady Tigers are coached by Nick Meyer, who is assisted by Dana Biggie, Brittany Rosberg, Haley Hawley, and Mick Zeman. Now for your Brookings Bobcats. First for the cheerleaders, Maya Gunvalson, Grace Lesner, Paige Johnson, Anya Kleitz, Lucy Simmonsma, and Ava Krauser. The Bobcat cheerleaders head coach is Hannah Simmonsma. And now, before we meet the Bobcat starters, here are tonight's junior Bobcats, brought to you by Ecker and Plumbing. Starting at 1 junior Bobcat, we have London Odegaard. London is a 3rd grader who stands 4 feet 3 inches tall and hails from Dakota Prairie Elementary. She's currently number 3 on the McDonald's All-America watch list at point guard, and models her game after Sloan McClain. She is also destined to be a first ballot Hall of Famer for downing some delicious chicken Alfredo at Yescas. Next up, the junior Bobcat is 4 foot 5 inch 2nd grader from Dakota Prairie, Emma Zamuna. Emma is a huge SDSU fan and Chinese food connoisseur. She is currently just a few points behind her favorite player, Caitlin Clark, but might not catch her as she plans to skip college, enter the draft, and go straight to the WNBA. And now, here are the starters for the Lady Bobcats. At guard, number 12, 5'9" sophomore Macy Even. At guard, number 14, a 5'8" junior, Kimber Bies. At guard, number 20, a 5'7" sophomore Amari Ward. At guard, number 22, a 5'8" junior Logan Schmidt. And at forward, number 50, 5'10" junior Jess Burns. The Bobcats are coached by Mitch McCleggan, who is assisted by Ross Peterson, Mandy Schmidt, and Zach Thomas. Tonight's Severa trainers are Savannah Lauderman and Eric Curry. Our officials are Chad Voskill, Leanne Hall, and Connor Singheiser.
Bradley kind of pulled away from it. You could tell there was no chance really for Brookings to come back. So hopefully, they talked about that a lot this week at practice, and they come out tonight and do a much better job rebounding on the defensive side.
Ready to tip it off here. It's going to be Macy Even jumping it up against Lawrenson. The opening tip is won by the. Oh, we've got put our mics on for Brad. Sorry about that, Brad. And we've got it covered now, I think. Left wing on the end on the offensive end for Harrisburg. Top of the key it is Hofer. Left wing now for Flanagan. Flanagan go down to the baseline, intended for Lawrenson, and stolen away by Kimber Bies to Smith, who presses up left side now for Even. Even gonna pull up, shoot a three from the left wing, no good. Rebound on the right wing, grabbed by Ward. She tips it into the backcourt for Smith. Smith to Ward in the corner. She'll dribble out into the wing. She goes into Even on the right block. Back out to Ward to reset. 25 on the new shot clock. Ward passes left wing for Even. Even looks baseline. Now she'll go right side for Smith. Smith lobs it in for Burns. Burns gets it tipped away on the entry pass and saved in. And that was by Wagner after the tip by Lawrenson. And now we're going to get a whistle on the near sideline. It's going to be a foul on Harrisburg. Sadie Merriman picks up the first foul of the ball game. Bies inbounds it for Smith. Man-to-man defense for Harrisburg. She's guarded by Wagner. Left wing pass for Ward. Ward dribbles to the corner, now to the baseline, gets it shut off, and tried to save it in. I'm going to say she's put her heel on the end line and turns it back over to Harrisburg. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction, sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Sadie Merman bringing it across for the Tigers. Zone defense for the Bobcats, extending it deep into the backcourt. Right wing pass for Hofer. She goes in the backcourt for Flanagan. Left side now for Wagner. Wagner picks it up at the top of the key, goes left wing for Hofer. She'll hoist a three. Nothing but net for Jaylee Hofer. She averages just under 9 points per game, and she has the Tigers on the board first. 3-zip. Left wing pass, Smith. She'll go top of the key for Burns. She'll swing it right wing now for Bies. Bies dribbles in, tried to bounce it into Even, who was double teamed. Stolen away by Lawrenson. Now she gets it up for Hofer. Hofer up to the other end of the left wing, down toward the corner, crosses over, goes in the backcourt now for Flanagan. Right wing pass. They go for number 14, Merman. She dribbles to the left elbow, kicks it out on the wing for Hofer. Hofer goes in the lane for Lawrenson, who dribbles across the lane, puts it up and in off the board over Tess Burns, and it's 5-0 Harrisburg. Full court pressure. Even pass across the timeline to Kimber Bies, right side. She'll dribble onto the wing, picks it up now. She goes in the backcourt for Even. Even looks inside, nothing there. She'll go left wing for Smith. Smith dribbles now, gets a pick from Burns, goes top of the key, pulls up from three, nothing but net for Logan Smith. She reins it in. Gets the Bobcats on the board, 5-3.
That's a good start, too, for Logan Smith. She's one that is such a good shooter. We've seen her struggle a little bit as of late, but that's a great way for her to start the game, getting the Bobcats on the board.
Flanagan, top of the key, swings it left side now for Wagner. Wagner dribbles into the backcourt, passes left side for Hofer. Hofer dribbles to the left elbow, passes down low for Lawrenson, who dribbles and loses it out of bounds as she dribbled right into Logan Smith. Turnover back to the Bobcats. Alyssa Aselson in early here for the Bobcats. Amari Ward sits down. Smith gets it in for Aselson. Aselson will bring it up against Flanagan. Alyssa going to start the offense off. Dribbles to the right wing, picks it up, lobs it in for Even above the right block. Back out to Alyssa. Aselson, top of the key, goes right side for Burns. Burns holds, looks inside, now goes left wing, above the left block for Buys, who dribbles in, turnaround shot against the defender, no good, gets her own rebound, does Buys, and is left all alone. Took it away from Hofer and got the rebound, and put it back up and in for two. We're tied up at 5s.
2 offensive rebounds by the Bobcats here in the first quarter. They've taken a little bit of their own medicine from something they've given up so much the last week.
They want to be careful on the defensive rebounding, but offensive rebounds are always good too. Right wing, Flanagan lobs it in for Lawrence, and she loses it again. It ends up in the left corner for Merman. Merman now dribbles baseline. We're going to get a foul call against Kimber Buys. That'll be the first foul of the game for the Bobcats. First one, obviously, then on Kimber Buys. Merman will inbound. She gets it left wing for Hofer. That's Wagner. Back to Merman in the corner, a 3. No good. Rebounded by Lawrenson. And she's going to dribble and lose it again. She's having a hard time hanging on to the ball here in the first quarter. Smith comes away with it. Smith dribbles across center court. Guarded in the backcourt by Wagner. Picks up her dribble. Passes right side for Burns. Burns near the hash. Dribbles up toward the wing. Now goes baseline for Aselson. Gets it tipped away. Pass was a little off target. And they're going to say last touch by Alyssa Aselson. I think they just got that one wrong. They were looking at each other like somebody make the call, and they said, let's go that way. Looked like it went off the knee of one of the Harrisburg players before it went out of bounds.
And I think Aselson knew that too, hence why she didn't really go after it. Kind of one of those things where...
Yeah, she probably could have gotten to it had she really hustled, but she's like, it's going to be our ball anyway. In the backcourt it is Wagner. Gets that zone. She passes right wing for Merman. Merman dribbles to the top of the key. Tries to go right wing, tipped away and stolen by Macy Even. She'll pass across the timeline right side for Buys. Buys dribbles into the front court, all the way into the lane, and scoop shot is good off the board as she went between 2 defenders on the dribble and puts the Bobcats up by 2.
Great finish. I didn't think they had a chance of going in when she went up with it, but what do I know?
Made it look easy. Flanagan left wing goes right side for Hofer, who dribbles in, puts up a little runner. No good above the right block. Rebounded by Smith. She presses up right side for Aselson. Aselson into the down toward the corner, picks up her dribble, lobs it in for Burns, who puts up the shot, gets it to rattle in. 2 defenders on her as well. The Bobcats up by 4, and the Harrisburg Tigers, the number 3 team in the state, down by 4 early, taking a quick timeout. We shall take it with them. We've got 2:55 to go in the first quarter. It's 9-5. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30. You're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Autumn All presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Brookings up 9-5 here with 2:55 to go in this first quarter. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson, sponsor of high school sports here. Appreciate them. Bobcats staying in that 2-3 zone. Merman now will take the point. Passes left wing to Bryn Van Bakeren into the game, number 3. She'll dribble around a double team and go right baseline to number 22, Macy Bryan, into the game, and she'll get it knocked away. She tried to pass it. It stays with Harrisburg. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 2:41 to go. Inbounded in the left corner for Macy Bryan. She loses it, taken away by Sloan McClegg, and now she'll lose it. Now chased down by Bryn Van Bakeren, who dribbles. Now she loses her footing, and she'll pass from her backside to number 11, Abby Flanagan. Flanagan down the right side of the lane, takes it up strong. She's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple here. As Leanne Hall will make the call. Looks like they're going to call the foul on Sloan McClegg. Her first, the second of the quarter for Brookings with that one on the shot. So to the free throw line goes Abby Flanagan, the 5'10 senior captain guard. First free throw is good. She's a 60% free throw shooter coming in. Averages 12.5 points per game. is Abby Flanagan. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall, sponsor of high school sports here. Second free throw, no good, rebounded by Even. She'll press it up right side for Aselson. Aselson all the way down in the lane, intended for number 42, Brindley Mack, but it's too tall and out of bounds, back over to Harrisburg.
And we've always talked about costly turnovers, and those are the ones that hurt. You get the missed free throw, you get the rebound, you're pushing it down ahead, and Mack was open, but that's a tough pass. Those are the ones that, again, when you watch film, you're going to wish you had back. Nonetheless, you like to see that offensive tempo from the Bobcats.
Down in the left corner, it is a three for Van Bakker. Nothing but net from the corner. And she ties it up at 9. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Ward across the timeline, leaves in the backcourt for McClagan. McClagan dribbles to the right wing, crosses over down the center of the lane, kicks it into the corner for Even. Now left wing three for Ward is no good, rebounded by Flanagan, and she'll bring it up to the other end. Flanagan, top of the key, leaves on the right wing, and that's going to be Merman, who pump faked and then took off before dribbling. She'll travel and turn it back over to Brookings. Macy Even will sit down, and Logan Smith back in. McClagan will inbound. We'll see a little full court pressure here. She gets it into Smith. Logan will start the offense off for the Bobcats. In the backcourt near the bottom of the circle. Dribbling, passes left wing for Mack. Mack faces up. Looks inside. Now she'll go into the corner for Aselson. Aselson looks back door. Nothing there. Goes to the left wing into the lane. Try to kick it into the corner. It's tipped. Ward comes up with it. She'll dribble into the lane. A runner, no good. And the rebound comes down for Lindsay Worth. And now bringing it up is going to be Sadie Merman. Up ahead, right wing for Van Bakker. Now in the backcourt, a three is up and short. No good off the rim by Bryant. Rebound tipped around. Finally chased down by Aselson. She'll dribble it up right side. Crosses over. Free throw line. Kicks it left wing for McClagan in the corner. Smith will hoist another three. No good. Weak side rebound grabbed by Lawrenson. She'll dribble it up for Harrisburg. Lawrenson passes right side in the backcourt for Van Bakker. And top of the key for Merman. Merman goes left wing now for Bryant. Bryant dribbles, goes top of the key for Van Bakker. Van Bakker will dribble and leaves for number 22, Bryant. She'll dribble to the right wing, into the front court, leaves in the backcourt now for Merman. Merman passes left wing, a three for Van Bakker, no good from deep. Lawrence on the offensive rebound at the right elbow, kicks it into the corner. A three is up and good for Bryant. Second chance points, which Coach McClagan said they have to avoid here this evening. And they give up another bucket. And dribbling into the lane was Sloan McClagan. She's going to lose it off her shin out of bounds. Back over to Harrisburg. Tess Burns checks in along with Kimber By. Sitting down going to be Sloan McClagan and Brindley Mack. I'll say thanks to Kubota, fine sponsor of high school sports here. Hofer brings the ball across. Passes left wing for Van Bakker. Van Bakker goes in the corner for Flanagan, who dribbles and gets double teamed. Passes out on the wing for Van Bakker. Top of the key for Bryant. Right wing pass. Three is up and no good for Flanagan. Excuse me, that's Merman. And for the rebound, we've got a tie up in the lane. Are they going to call the jump ball, or are they going to just say that's the end of the quarter? They do not switch the arrow, so it will be Brookings' ball to start the second quarter when we come back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Sports broadcast throughout the 23-24 school year. IP Food Store is proud to be a friend of Brookings High School and to support Bobcat athletic teams, fine arts programs, and student organizations.
I want to say thanks to Stony Brook, sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. To start the second quarter, it's going to be Bobcats ball. They trail by 3, 12-9. Amari Ward will start things off from the Bobcats, for the Bobcats, going left to right from our vantage point here in the press box. Schmidt, left wing, will pump fake and jab step and dribble and take a step before she does so to turn it back over to the Tigers. Kinley Lawrenson, the 6-foot junior, inbounding. She'll get it in for Merman to start things off against that zone. Kind of a 1-2-2 look now. Left wing, Flanagan. She'll leave on the wing now for Wagner to Hofer, left baseline. A little 15-footer, no good for Flanagan. Rebound comes down to the Bobcats, and Smith will bring it up. Left wing pass now, Aselson down in the corner. She goes for Ward. It got tipped. Ward picks it up, dribbles, puts up a three. Nothing but net for Amari Ward. Her first bucket of the night, ties it up at a dozen apiece. 7:20 to go in the first half. Left wing pass, Flanagan down in the corner they go for Wagner. She lobs it in for Lawrenson, who's triple teamed. Somehow got it out on the wing for Merman. And in the corner, we're going to get a travel by Jaylee Hofer after the pass. She took off before dribbling as well. So both teams turning the ball over plenty here in this first half.
7 apiece, yeah. And again, Brookings has done their fair share of turnovers we've seen this year, but also doing a much better job to defensively causing Harrisburg into 7 turnovers as well.
Macy even into the game for Ward. Now Aselson dribbles all the way from the left wing into the lane, threw up a tough shot, no good, rebounded by Burns. She loses it, taking it away is Hofer. She's across the center court line, passes left wing for Flanagan. Now in the backcourt, pass is being taken by Merman, and she takes it in the lane, throws up a tough runner in the lane, took hard contact, and gets it to rattle in off the board. It'll count, and she'll have a chance to finish it off from the stripe as the foul goes on Tess Burns. It's the first on Tess, first of the quarter for the Bobcats. Lawrenson sits down for the Tigers. So just when you think, oh, it's good, 6-foot junior is sitting down. No, a 6'1" freshman comes in. Leslie Young sets her. They don't lose anything height-wise. Nope. Free throw is good for Sadie Merman. She's a 75% free throw shooter. And averages about 8.5 points per game. Left wing, even, thought about the 19-footer, hangs onto it, goes in the backcourt for Aselson. Aselson playing the point here, dribbles to the free throw line in the backcourt for Even. Even dribbles down the left side of the lane, little step through move, goes off the board. Nice offensive move by Macy Even, strong move to the basket. And it's 15-14, 1-point game. Harrisburg with the lead in the ball. Wagner in the backcourt, left side near the hash, goes in the corner for Hofer. Excuse me, that's Flanagan. Back out to Wagner, now to Hofer. Right side they go for Merman. Merman picks it up, goes in the backcourt for Wagner. Back to Merman. She'll pump fake and dribble. Goes left side now for Wagner. She passes left wing for Hofer. Hofer dribbles and goes in the corner for Wagner. She airmails the three, but she traveled before she did so anyway. The ball goes back over to Brookings. Thanks to Anderson Insurance, sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. A little full court pressure here. Smith gets it into Buys and gets it right back, and Logan Smith will bring it up for the Bobcats. Stutter dribble. Goes right side of the backcourt, gets it tipped away. Now the ball's dead again. She passes left side for Burns. And now to Aselson. We're going to get a timeout as Coach McClagan didn't like the offensive look there as they were looking a little disjointed. We've got 5:39 to go. It is 15-14 here in the first quarter. 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System, sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. From Bob Josted Gym at Brookings High School, along with Alec Johnson, I'm Barry Hine. Thanks to John Kiekefer back in the Brookings Radio Sports Network studio for doing a great job engineering. It's a close game here early on. The Bobcats keeping it tight.
They are, and they've done a better job too this game looking for 2-point shots. They're a team that loves to shoot the three. They do have good shooters. So far, only 5 threes, and I think that's something that they can be happy with. They've been good looks. Ward has one and Smith has one, but there have been other games too we've seen they've shot 10 to 12 threes through a quarter and a half. So I think it's a lot better tempo for this team to just look for the ball down low. And it's worked so far, like you said, only down 1 with 5:35 left to go before half.
Out of the timeout, the Bobcats, Aselson, right wing, lobs it in the lane, gets it to Even. Kind of a backdoor cut off a pick. They just lobbed it in there. She got it, she puts it up and in. And the Bobcats have the lead. So McClagan drew a good one up in the break, in the timeout. Right wing it is Merman, goes in the backcourt now for Hofer. Hofer back to Merman, who's going to hoist a deep three. In and out, no good. Rebound is fought for. We're going to get a tie up. Go to the arrow here. It's going to be Harrisburg basketball. underneath their own basket.
Possession, Harrisburg ball. Lorenzen returns for the Tigers.
So we're going to have an inbound play. Merman underneath, right side. Gets it in the backcourt for Wagner. Wagner right side for Hofer. She goes to Merman on the right elbow. Merman dribbles, almost loses it. Passes it left wing for Wagner. Wagner dribbles, picks it up now, dead ball. And passes in the backcourt near the bottom of the circle for Merman. Merman dribbles, goes right wing for Hofer. Hofer back to Merman. She'll swing it left wing now for Wagner. Wagner going to put up a three. No good. Weak side board, grabbed by Smith. And she'll dribble it up left side. Passes to Aselson. Aselson dribbles left baseline. Backs off now toward the corner. Bounces it in for Burns in the lane. She kicks it into the right corner for Smith. Smith dribbles into the lane. Spins down the right side of the lane and puts it up and in off the board. Nice patience by Logan Smith on the drive from the right corner.
Great patience. Nice kick out from Burns too. You can just see the ball movement is so much better tonight. As we've seen games before when they seem to rush their shots. Much better offensive possession so far by the Bobcats.
Bobcats up by 3, and in the backcourt on the other end, Kimber Bai is going to, Macy even going to pick up a foul. They were trying to sell it hard, was Merman. She was trying to dribble around her. Kept dribbling right into her, and then throwing her head back, and finally got the call. Lawrenson back into the game. And top of the key, it's Merman. She'll jab step, dribbles, goes left wing for Hofer. Hofer down in the corner. Lawrenson thought about the three, dribbles it in now. She almost lost it on the way up. Passes left wing for Hofer. She'll swing it all the way down in the right corner. A three for Flanagan, no good. For Wagner, no good. The rebound and the putback by Hofer. Offensive rebounds again for Harrisburg, leading to points.
And it's so easy for a guard like Hofer in a zone to just run in there when the shot goes up and get into the lane like she did for the offensive rebound. Brookings going to catch a break. Here, though,
Smith lost it on the way up, I think, and went strong off the board and on the rebound. Harrisburg loses it out of bounds. Did Addie Wagner. She'll sit down. Back in is Bryn Van Bakeren. It's Bobcats ball. Kimber Bies is about to take it out on the near sideline, right in front of Harrisburg's bench. Referee's just making sure we've got the right number of players on the court. Good plan. Pass right wing for Aselson. It does. In the backcourt now, Even has it. Back to Aselson on the right wing. Aselson picks it up, goes top of the key for Smith. Smith dribbles into the lane, backs down now. Ball fake, turnaround jumper is good for Logan Smith, who's having a good night. Puts the Bobcats back up by 3. Smith has 7 to lead all players in the game. In the backcourt now, it is Merman. 1-2-2 zone. Left wing to Hofer down in the corner. 3 is up and no good, short for Lawrenson, and Even with the rebound. She presses it up left side, dangerous pass. It gets to Aselson. Aselson gets it ahead to Burns, who missed the left-handed layup. She was wide open. Rebound comes down for Setzer. And on the other end, it is Lawrenson, left open on the left wing, takes it in strong, gets the shot to go in. She'll be fouled. That's going to be the first on Logan Smith, but it's on the shot and it counts. So Lawrenson will have a shot from the free throw line. She's got 4 and a chance to tie it up at 20. Lawrenson, a 55% free throw shooter coming into the game. Burns, Aselson, and Even sit down. Mack, Ward, and McClagan back in. Free throw for Lawrenson is good. She averages just over 10 points per game as well. McClagan goes left wing for Mack. Mack directing traffic. Didn't like the way the offense looked. McClagan top of the key goes right side for Smith. Smith dribbles down above the right block. Now fall away jumper, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by young Setzer. And giving it off for Merman. Merman brings it up. Top of the key, leaves left side for Lawrenson. Now to Van Bakeren. Van Bakeren dribbles out onto the wing, passes right wing now. And Hofer will hoist a deep 3, no good. Weak side board grabbed by Bies. And she'll dribble it up. Bies presses all the way to the left baseline. McClagan puts up a 15-foot jumper, no good. Maybe a little less than 15 foot, and on the rebound it is young Setzer. Merman has it again.
Awkward distances where you could take a couple steps for a layup, but you don't want to get blocked. So it was a good shot, but yeah, just that awkward distance.
Bryn Van Bakeren had her back to the basket on the right wing, got her feet tangled up and shuffled, travels and gives it back to Brookings. Logan Smith will sit down, and into the game for the first time is going to be Lily Thompson, 5'9" sophomore, number 24. Ward in the backcourt, starting the offense. There she goes, right wing for Thompson. Thompson dribbles now, goes top of the key for McClagan. McClagan thought about the three, dribbles down the left side of the lane now, takes it up, got it tipped away, regains possession, kicks it in the corner for Buys. Buys pump fakes and dribbles, and she'll be called for a travel and give it back to Harrisburg. So it is 20-20. A minute 45 to go in this first half. Want to say thanks to Builders First Source. Fine sponsor of high school sports here. Right corner, Lawrence goes out on the wing. Van Bakken, a deep three, no good. Rebound comes back out to the right wing by McClagan. Taken by McClagan, now taken away by Addie Wagner. And she'll back off and reset. Left wing pass for Flanagan. Right side now for Wagner. Wagner goes left wing for Van Bakken, down in the corner for Lawrenson. Lawrenson dribbles out onto the wing, picks it up, goes in the backcourt, almost stolen, and almost tipped away by McClagan. And coming up with it is Lawrenson. She goes left wing for Flanagan. Flanagan dribbles to the right elbow, kicks it on the wing for Wagner. Back down to Flanagan, who dribbles in, kicks it out on the wing for Young Setzer. Young Setzer goes left elbow for Van Bakken, who dribbles in the lane, throws up a tough off-balance runner with one hand, and it goes off the board. Harrisburg up by 2. Inside a minute to play here. McClagan crosses over against Van Bakken, passes left wing for Ward. Ward crosses over into the lane, loses the ball. We're going to get a foul on the floor. That'll be the first foul of the quarter on Harrisburg. We'll wait the official call here. It's going to go on Abby Flanagan. That'll be her first. The Bobcats have a fresh 35 on the shot clock, 50.3 on the game clock here in the first half. Buys, sits down, and Smith back in. Thompson underneath, left side to inbound. She gets it in to Smith. We're going to get an offensive foul before the inbound. And it's going to go on Brindley Mack. Be the fourth foul of the second quarter for the Bobcats. First on Brindley. Want to say thanks to Active Heating, sponsor of high school sports here. Appreciate them. We've got 45 seconds to play in the first half. A close one, a 2-point game. Harrisburg with the lead in the ball. Left wing in the backcourt. Lawrenson goes right side in the backcourt now to Van Bakken. Van Bakken dribbles, goes to Lawrenson on the right wing. Back to Van Bakken, top of the key. Back to Lawrence on the right wing. She'll dribble into the front court. And a late call, late whistle. She traveled. They did get it right. It goes back over to Brookings. 31.8 to play here. Thompson sits down, even back in. Even to inbound. He sees a little full court pressure here as he pass over the defense to Ward, who will bring it across the timeline and start things for the Bobcats. The shot clock is off. Left side, McClagan goes top of the key for Smith. Smith goes left wing for Even. Even holds now as the Bobcats can run some time and play for the last shot. Left wing pass, McClagan. McClagan dribbles, picks it up now, goes right side for Even. Even dribbles, goes in the backcourt, top of the key to McClagan. Left wing, Ward. Ward dribbles left baseline. Kicks it into the right corner. Even for 3, no good. Rebound is tapped around, grabbed by Burns. The putback, no good at the buzzer. Had a good look. Couldn't get it to go. It'll be 22-20 at the break. Bobcats kept it close. A good first half for Brookings. Gave up a few too many offensive rebounds, as Coach McClagan said that was going to be a focus tonight, but they certainly have played well and kept it close. So we're going to take a 4-minute break. We'll have some official stats when we come back with Alec Johnson. And that'll be during our halftime show coming up in 4 minutes here. You're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Orthopedics help you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Trust the leaders in orthopedic care to keep you moving forward. Visit thebear.org/orthopedics to learn more.
I love the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in South Dakota did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in South Dakota, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship. High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in South Dakota knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? South Dakota needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do South Dakota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare South Dakota's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost too is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local South Dakota high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a South Dakota high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Harrisburg will start the third quarter with Wagner, Hofer, Flanagan, Merman, and Lorenzen. The Bobcats will go with Eva, Vise, Ward, Schmidt, and Burns.
Cats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. To start the second half, it will be Brookings ball. They'll be going right to left from our vantage point here in the press box. It's going to be Ward, Buys, Even, Burns, and Smith, the way that the Bobcats started the game. Harrisburg goes the same as well. Wagner, Hofer, Flanagan, Merman, and Lawrenson. Buys gets it in the backcourt for Ward. Ward will have to bring it across the timeline and start the offense here. 2-point game. Harrisburg with the lead. Brookings with the ball, left wing. Ward leaves for Smith. Smith dribbles into the lane, kicks it into the right corner for Buys. Buys dribbles underneath, kicks it out left wing. Ward left open for three, left it short off the rim. Rebound, grabbed by Flanagan. She'll bring it up, and she gets by Even and crosses the timeline. Pass right side for Hofer. Down in the corner for Merman, who pump fakes, dribbles out onto the wing. Picks it up and in the backcourt for Hofer. Left side now for Wagner. Wagner holds, goes top of the key in the backcourt for Merman. Right side for Hofer, rather. She goes into Flanagan. Flanagan above the right block. Hits the top of the key for Wagner. Left wing pass. Three is up and in and out. No good. And we're going to get a foul, though, by Kimber Buys. 14 on 14 there. Kimber Buys, 14. Fouls 14, Sadie Merman. After the shot. Yeah, so it's going to be out of bounds. That's a break for the Bobcats. So it's after she landed, after the shot. So The ball will be taken out of bounds. A break for the Bobcats. First on even. First of the quarter for either team. Inbounding is going to be Flanagan. They call that on even? No, they call it on buys. Sorry. Second on Kimber buys. Sorry. That was my mistake. I got Alec Johnson scribbling things.
That's why I always use a pencil with you.
Erasing? Yeah, exactly. It's a good plan. We've got a foul in the post here against Tess Burns. That's going to be her second. So Lawrenson to the line to shoot a couple. She has got 5 points on the night. First one is good. She averages just under 10.5 points per game. She's just a 55% free throw shooter. Makes both this time and rolls that one around and drops it. So we've got a 4-point game. Harrisburg with the lead. Bobcats with the ball. Ward goes down in the corner for Buys in the backcourt now, right side. Even, who lobs it all the way into the lane for Burns, who is bracketed by a couple defenders. She's going to be fouled on the entry pass. And it'll be against Harrisburg. That'll be their first of the quarter. That's going to go on Abby Wagner. Her first.
Her first, team first.
Buys underneath left side, bounces it in the corner for Burns. It's tipped out of bounds, last touched by Lawrenson. It'll stay right here. They'll inbound out near the corner now, though. Buys now bounces it in for Burns. Burns right back to Buys. Buys in the backcourt, top of the key for Smith. Smith dribbles down the right side of the lane against two defenders. Tough scoop shot, no good off the board. Rebound tapped out of bounds, last touched by Tess Burns, and it goes back over to Harrisburg. 6:52 to go here in the third quarter. 4-point lead for Harrisburg. Want to say thanks to Bose Construction, sponsor of sports here. The backcourt for Hofer. She'll go right side for Merman. Merman holds, picks it up, goes in the backcourt for Hofer. Hofer back to Merman on the right wing. She jab steps, dribbles, may have gotten away with the travel. Goes cross-court left corner for Wagner. Now they go in the post for Flanagan. Out top of the key, a three is up and no good for Hofer. Rebound comes down to the baseline. It's saved in by Wagner, but taken by Even for the Bobcats. Even across the timeline, up into the lane for Ward, who took it up and gets it blocked out of bounds by Merman. It'll stay with the Bobcats, but good recovery defense by Sadie Merman. Buys will inbound underneath their own basket, left side. Gets it in the backcourt for Ward. Ward dribbles to the wing, picks it up, goes in the lane for Burns, who had good backside position against the defender Merman, but misses the layup and taps the rebound out of bounds. The second easy one she's missed, and she's frustrated. She had Merman on her back and had a wide open lane to the hoop. Burns sits down, Brindley Mack back in.
And those are the ones that you just seem to almost keep missing. Like, it's just when it's not your night. And again, great pass, great shot by Burns too. It was just a layup, but it just seems as though when you miss one, they just start to kind of snowball effect. But again, she's going to have to forget about that because they're going to need her here still in the second half.
Psychology with Alec Johnson. Right wing three for Merman. The lefty misses it. No good. Rebound batted around. Chased down in the near corner and tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Bobcats. Kimber Buys. It stays with Harrisburg with a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Inbound is going to be Merman. Bobcats sticking with that zone. Wagner passes left side for Hofer. Down in the corner for Flanagan. Flanagan dribbles out onto the wing. Guarded by Even now. Gets it tipped away and stolen by Even. Even takes it across the timeline all the way into the lane. Takes it up and gets it blocked by Flanagan. The ball out into the right wing area out near the hash and saved in by the Tigers' number 4 Hofer. Now we've got a tie up. We go to the arrow. It's going to go over to the Tigers because we had a fight for it. It was Lawrenson for the Tigers, and I'm not sure who it was for the Bobcats on the floor. Even sitting down. Back in is going to be Sloan McLagan. Alyssa Aselson checks back in. Kimber Buys will sit down. Alyssa Aselson just a few games here with the Bobcats now after coming over from D. Smet. She's looked comfortable though. She doesn't look confused out there. She looks like she knows what she's doing. In the backcourt, we've got a pass. And I talk about, I thought they were going to call that on Alyssa Aselson. They call it on Sloan McLagan? Or who did they call that on? She held up 4.
Should have been Aselson.
Yeah. Just waiting for it to be put up on the board here. Number 4 or number 44?
She's holding 4.
1-4, yeah. Did she do 2 4s?
Even Coach McLagan's like, she was nowhere needs. Sloan was.
Sloan doesn't need help picking up fouls.
There we go.
I got it right. All right. Alyssa Aselson picks up her first. We got that figured out. Whew. Major hurdle cleared. Right corner. It is Hofer. She gets it into Lawrenson. Turnaround shot inside the right block. No good off the side of the backboard. Mack with the rebound. She'll give off for Smith. Smith dribbles it across the timeline. Pass left wing for Ward. Ward into the lane. Kicks it out right wing. Smith a deep three. Nothing but net for Logan Smith. She lets out a primal scream. She's got 10. She moves into double digits. And she leads the way for the Bobcats. They're down by 1. 3 on the other end. Quickly is good for Flanagan. She has got 4 now, and it's back to a 4-point lead. Left wing aces and bounces it to the elbow for Mack. Mack faces up, gets it tipped away. It's tipped away by Lawrenson. It's chased down by Merman, and now we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go on Sloan McClagan. She's an aggressive player. Second for Sloan, 4th already for the Bobcats. So 11-2 in the fouls for the game so far, if I'm doing my math correctly and my memory works. Left wing, it is Wagner. Top of the key to Merman. Back to Wagner. Top of the key for Merman. Merman goes left side on the wing, and Flanagan, a 19-footer, airmails it off the backboard. Rebound is chased down in the near corner, saved in by Lawrenson for Merman. Merman in the lane, a tough runner, falling away. No good, didn't catch any rim. Now Smith has it. She has it tipped away by Merman. And Wagner tried to go back door for Merman, but she was running out to the top of the key. And it's a turnover right back to Brookings.
10-3 on the fouls, too.
10-3, all right.
You were close.
I was close enough. That counts. I get points.
Yep.
In my game that I'm playing. We'll see a little full court pressure here. Ward will bring it up, guarded by Flanagan. Coming up on 4 to play in the third quarter here. Ward passes left wing for Aselson. Now on the backcourt for Smith. She swings it right wing for McClagan, who bounces it in for Burns, who had good position. She had Lawrenson backed underneath the basket, and Tess Burns puts this one in. Tess with 4, cuts it to 2. We're inside 4 to play in the third. Left wing, it is Bryant. Top of the key for Merman. Right wing pass for Van Bakeren. Van Bakeren double teamed in the corner, dribbles and passes in the backcourt for Merman. Merman baseball pass to the left corner, and that is for Bryant, who shimmy dribbles. That's Flanagan, rather, and a tough one-handed jumper, turnaround jumper in the lane from about 11 feet. Got it to go. Nothing but net. A 4-point lead for Harrisburg once again. Left wing pass for Aselson. Aselson goes top of the key for McClagan. She'll swing it right wing for Ward. Amari dribbles baseline, goes left wing. Smith left open from 3. No good on that one. Long rebound at the left elbow, grabbed by Van Bakeren. She gives off for Merman. Merman dribbles into the front court, passes in the corner. Bryant for 3, no good, short. Rebounded in the lane by Flanagan. And the putback is going to be no good off the bottom of the backboard, but we're going to get a foul on the Bobcats. That's going to be 3 on Tess if that is on her.
Foul on Ward.
Oh, they got on Ward, so he got bailed out there.
Flanagan will shoot 2.
So it's the 5th for the Bobcats. Even if that one hadn't been the bonus foul, they would have been shooting 2 because it was on the shot. First one for Amari Ward, by the way. Abby Flanagan, a 60% free throw shooter, steps to the line, hits that one. Flanagan averages 12.5 points per game as well. We've got Sloan McClagan and Logan Smith sitting down. Back in Kimber Byes and Macy Even. I want to say thanks to Rickus Nelson, fine sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Second free throw, no good, short for Flanagan. Rebound is almost grabbed by Burns, but she gets it tipped away by Van Bakeren, but out of bounds, and the Bobcats will have it. 3:04 to go here in the third quarter. Bobcats trail by 5. They've got the ball. They'll see full court pressure here. On the inbound pass, we'll get it tipped away. They're going to say last off of Kimber Byes, though, and it will go back over to Harrisburg. Full court pressure nets them a turnover. Inbounding on the near sideline in front of her own bench is going to be Flanagan. We're going to get a whistle before the inbound again. That is going to be on Tess. That'll be her 3rd. And they're in the bonus, so 2 more free throws coming up here for Harrisburg. Looks like it's going to be Sadie Merman to the stripe. She's a 75% free throw shooter. The lefty knocks the first one down, and it's a 6-point lead, largest of the night here. Brindley Mack quickly back in. Tess Burns will sit down with those 3 fouls. I want to say thanks to Brookings Auto Mall, sponsor of sports right here. Second free throw for Merman. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Even. She'll let it clear now, and now she'll pick it up and pass to the half-court line for Ward. Ward dribbles to the right wing, bounces it in for Mack. tipped. Mack comes up with it. Back out to Ward. Ward back to Mack above the right block. Dribbles, ball fake, turnaround shot is blocked out of bounds by Leslie Young-Setzer, the 6'1 freshman. And I'm gonna say this a lot this year, but I'm gonna say it again. They might want to remeasure. I'd say she's taller than 6'1.
That's a short 6'1.
Yeah. Sadie Merman sitting down. Back in is going to be Hofer. You measure at the beginning of the year, these young kids, sometimes they grow. Reverse layup, no good, left short by Mack. Rebound tapped out of bounds, last touch by Harrisburg. It was Van Bakkeren who last got a hand on it. Buys will inbound underneath their own basket, right side. Has the ball, gets it into Aselson in the corner. Alyssa Aselson dribbles, picks it up now, and goes to Mack down the right side of the lane, who takes it up, gets it blocked from behind by Young-Setzer. Now bringing it up to the other end is Flanagan. Flanagan right wing, leaves off for Van Bakkeren. Van Bakkeren dribbles between two defenders, kicks it out left wing. Bryant took a hop before the three. She knocked it down, but she's going to travel and give it back over to Brookings. A break for the Bobcats. Took a little John Paxson hop there. That's a timely reference.
They've got 14 turnovers. I wouldn't be surprised if 6 or 7 of them are from Travers. They're just a team that likes to shoot the ball. They get very excited, and that's where a lot of those turnovers are coming from.
On the inbound pass, it was tipped out of bounds. They're saying last touch by Hofer. She's saying she didn't get a hand on it. But the Bobcats keep it. Full court pressure and giving them problems the last couple of trips here. Even gets it up right side for Aselson. Alyssa Aselson brings it across the timeline. Aselson working against Hofer. Picks it up, goes in the post for Burns. Back out to Alyssa Aselson. Going to hoist a deep three. Knocks it down. Alyssa Aselson's first bucket is a big one for Brookings. That cuts it to 3. Coming up on 2 to play in the third. Left side pass for Flanagan. Guarded by Even. Now they switch. It's a zone defense. Goes right side for Van Bakkeren. A deep 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound grab by Hofer. She gets it tipped away. Flanagan comes up with it. Dribbles and goes right wing for Young-Setzer. 18-footer. No good off the front of the rim. Even with the rebound. She passes right side now for Smith across the timeline. Logan Smith, stutter dribble into the front court. We're going to get a bump foul above the right block. It's going to be on the floor. It'll be the second of the quarter for Harrisburg. And it's going to go on number 22, Macy Bryant, the 5'6 sophomore. Her first, second again of the quarter for Harrisburg. Bryant sits down, Flanagan sits down, back in. Lawrenson and Wagner. And Alyssa Aselson sits down for Brookings. Back in is Ward. Buys inbounds. It's tipped away, stolen by Van Bakkeren. Now to Lawrenson. Coming up on a minute and a half to go. Lawrenson brings it across the timeline. Pass in the backcourt for Wagner. Wagner passes left wing for Hofer. In the lane for Lawrenson, who takes it into the deeper into the lane. She's going to get the foul call. I don't know what Tess Burns, she just stood there. I don't know.
And it seemed as though it almost went around the ground too. There was that contact, ran into Tess, and then went up with the shot.
I would say I don't know if that was shooting as well. I think I'm with you on that. I don't know. Tess Burns is standing there. Somebody runs into her. It looks like a foul, and maybe it is, but maybe it's not on who you think it is. Well, Tess has to sit down with those 4 fouls. Buys sits down. Back in Alyssa Aselson and Brinley Mack. 4-point lead. Lawrenson at the line. She hits that one and makes it 5. Lawrenson now has 9 on the night. A minute 25 and counting to go here. Smith brings it across. Pass left wing for Aselson. In the lane for Mack. Mack dribbles. Tried to go in the corner, tipped away, chased down by Ward. Ward dribbles top of the key, back left wing now. Picks it up, goes to Mack in the post. On the entry pass, we're going to get a foul from behind. It's going to be the first on Leslie Young-Setzer, the 6'1 freshman. 6'1 in quotes. Young-Setzer will sit down now, and Sadie Merman back in. Macy Even will inbound for the Bobcats underneath with a minute 12 to go in the third quarter, trailing by 5. She gets in the corner from Mack. Mack fakes the handoff, dribbles down the baseline, got it tipped away from behind by Lawrenson, and now coming away with it is going to be Van Bakkeren. Like Mack was going to have a lane to the hoop. Good recovery defense by Lawrenson. In the corner, Wagner goes out on the wing now for Hofer. Back to Wagner. Wagner dribbles, goes in the backcourt for Hofer. Right wing pass, Van Bakkeren in the lane for Merman. Out top of the key pass. 3 is up and rolls around and drops for Jaylee Hofer. And quickly on the other end, Aselson. It's an 8-point lead, largest of the night. We're inside a minute to go here. Crossover, Even to the left side of the lane. Puts it up strong. No good short. She'll be fouled, though, and go to the line to shoot a couple. So I believe the foul is going to go on Bryn Van Bakkeren, and it does. The fourth of the quarter for Harrisburg, but it's on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up for Macy Even. Even an 82% free throw shooter, best on the Bobcats. She hits the first one. Even averages just under 8.5 points per game as well. Kimber Buys checks back in. Logan Smith will sit down. I want to say thanks to Kubota, sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Both free throws good for Even. Those are big as they cut it back to 6. About a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here. So the Harrisburg Tigers could essentially hold for the final shot. Top of the key, Hofer goes to the free throw line for Merman. She'll go left wing for Van Bakker and dribbles in, pass around a double team, right wing 3 up and no good for Hofer. Long rebound grabbed by Merman. Now the shot clock is off, and the Harrisburg can hold for 1 if they like. Left wing, Merman goes top of the key for Wagner, swings it right wing, Van Bakker. And Bakker dribbles top of the key, pass left wing for Merman. Merman dribbles, goes right wing for Van Bakker, and she'll dribble into the front court. Pass in the back court, right wing 3 up and no good, short for Hofer, and the rebound just before the buzzer, grabbed by Brindley Mack. And a big stop for the Bobcats at the end of the third. They trail by 6, and Brookings will have the ball when we start the fourth quarter. When we come back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Century 21, Corcoran and Company, backs all Bobcat athletics and activities. Let our team of agents be the home team advantage for all your real estate needs. Find us
Day Night Hoops on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. K-Country 102.3 FM, KCountry102.com, and you can watch and listen on the Brookings High School YouTube page. I want to say thanks to Grandma and Grandpa Aselson back in D. Smet for watching and listening. They're watching on the YouTube page, watching their granddaughter Alyssa play. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook, fine sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. So going into the fourth quarter, and just a 6-point game, I think a lot of people are going to look at just the score at the end of the third quarter and probably be a little surprised.
Yeah, they will be. But too, you look at the stats. That quarter alone, 5 offensive rebounds for Harrisburg. And again, it's something that Coach McClagan has probably reiterated over and over and over. But there's only so many times you can keep saying it where the girls actually have to do it. But again, that's 5 offensive rebounds. That's way too many second chance points. So again, the fact that the Bobcats are only down 6 after giving up 11 offensive rebounds this game, you cut that number in half, you could be up 6-7 points yourself. So we'll see what they do here in the fourth quarter to come away with a win.
Right wing Buys, goes cross court left wing to Smith, top of the key for Aselson, got it swiped away from behind by the defender Flanagan for Harrisburg. As I said, the Aselson, Grandma and Grandpa Aselson back at D. Smith watching, Grandma and Grandpa Cruz here in the gym too watching. Well, both sets of grandparents paying close attention. Top of the key, Hofer pump fakes, dribbles, goes right wing for Merman. Merman dribbles to the top of the key, goes in the lane now for Flanagan. A little turnaround from 8 feet goes for Flanagan. And it's an 8-point lead for Harrisburg. Sloan McClagan quickly up to the other end. Passes right wing for Buys. Buys in the corner, double team, gets the ball tied up. We're going to go to the possession arrow. It should be in favor of Harrisburg. They didn't switch it after the quarter there. Should be Harrisburg's. Now they switch it. Now we'll go back to the other end. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance, sponsor of high school sports here. Harrisburg with an 8-point lead in the ball. Left wing pass in the backcourt. Wagner goes right side for Hofer. Back to Wagner. To Hofer. Cross court now down toward the corner. It is Flanagan who dribbles baseline. A runner, no good. Left just short. Weak side board grabbed by Smith. Smith passes left side for Aselson to bring it across the timeline. Aselson pass cross court, stolen away by Hofer. She'll dribble it up to the other end and take it all the way to the basket and get the bucket. And it's a 10-point game, largest of the night. 6:45 to go in the ball game. Smith across the timeline for McClagan. McClagan picks it up, goes to the backcourt. Her pass is tipped and stolen away by Flanagan. And she'll give off for Wagner. Harrisburg tightening up the defense here in the fourth quarter. Offside for Wagner, top of the key now for Hofer, right side for Merman, into Flanagan, out to Hofer, left corner now they go for Wagner. In the backcourt for Hofer. She goes at the top of the key for Flanagan, in the lane for Merman. She kicks it out left wing, Hofer gonna hoist, and hit from deep. 43-30, largest lead of the night for Harrisburg. Starting to click here in the fourth quarter for the Tigers. We'll get a timeout as Coach McClagan felt it as well. Full timeout. And we'll keep it right here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System, fine sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. So a 6-point game after 3, 7 unanswered points to start this fourth quarter for Harrisburg, and it started with their defense.
It did, yeah, and the turnovers we've seen are those turnovers that the press that they're kind of in. You know, we've seen Brookings cause a lot of turnovers from their press, but now Harrisburg kind of returning the favor. They've just got those lengthy arms, and again, with 5'10", 6 feet, it's tough to make those passes, but again, we've seen it back-to-back possessions by the Bobcats, just turning it over, which has led to, like you said, 7 straight points for Harrisburg.
And that's closing down those passing lanes, making those skip passes look enticing, and then stepping into the passing lane once you throw them and just taking them away.
Exactly, because like you said, they kind of sink down a little bit. They've got their point guard up top. So again, it looks like, yeah, I can make this skip pass across the court, but you saw with Aselson, as soon as she let it go, she kind of already started to get back because she knew it wasn't the best pass. But like you said, it just looks like you can make that pass, but if you don't get enough on it, Harrisburg jumps right in to get the steal.
Yeah, she kind of put her head down like, oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. So to start out of the break, 6:04 to go. It's Bobcats ball. They trail by 13. The work cut out for them here. Played a good 3 quarters. Fourth quarter has belonged to Harrisburg. And pass inside, intended for Burns. It's tipped away, and then trying to save it in was Lawrenson, but it goes out of bounds. Stays with the Bobcats. 22 on the shot clock. Smith will inbound. Far corner, baseline. Sideline, rather. She'll look to get it in. Gets it in the backcourt for Ward. Ward picks it up, goes left side for Even. Even goes free throw line for Burns. Down in the corner, Bias, who will pump fake. Pass out to Ward on the wing. Top of the key, she'll dribble. Goes in the lane for Smith. Smith dribbles into 2 defenders. Puts up a tough shot. She'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple. As Logan Smith's aggressiveness pays off there. Oh, they're going to stay on the floor. All right. First foul of the quarter for either team. Bias will inbound underneath. Bounces it in the lane, intended for Even. It's tipped away and stolen by Flanagan, who's got 3 steals here in this fourth quarter. Pass over a double team. Merman gets it to number 4, Holford. Holford in the backcourt, guarded by Even. Passes right side for Merman. Merman into the lane, kicks it out left wing. Wagner for 3, no good, short, and we're going to whistle before the shot here. And it's going to go on Kimber Bias.
I think Tess was looking at the ref like, if you call this 5th one on me, because she knew she wasn't.
I didn't do anything this time, actually. I actually didn't do anything this time. Kick it in the right corner. Holfer going to hoist a 3. No good, short. Rebound comes back to the near baseline, and Flanagan grabs it, playing a heck of a ball game in the fourth quarter. Goes to Lawrenson, top of the key to Holfer. Right side, Merman. Back to Holfer. Back to Merman on the wing. She'll dribble into the backcourt. Hounded by Even. Even's going to pick up her second foul in the second of the quarter for the Bobcats. Might not be a bad foul. They might have to be in the bonus here down the stretch to try to stop the clock and hope for some misses. And that's Even's game. She plays aggressively. Comes away with a lot of steals herself. Guarding the ball out near half court. It's a 1-2-2 zone. Left wing pass. Hofer goes in the lane for Lawrenson, working against Smith. Takes it up and in. As Smith was guarding the post instead of Tess because she's got 4 fouls, and Lawrenson takes advantage. Left wing, Smith drives all the way through the lane, gets the shot to go, scoops it up and in off the glass from the right side. Nice drive by Logan Smith. She's having a good ball game, 12 points. 13 for Hofer on the other side for Harrisburg to lead them. We're going to get a foul in the backcourt. It's going to go on Macy Even again. That aggressiveness showing itself here. She picks up her third of the quarter for Brookings. Alyssa Aselson back in for the Bobcats. Sitting down is going to be Kimber Bies. Get it inbound, left side for Merman, hounded by Ward down in the corner for Hofer. Hofer dribbles out, pass on the wing for Merman. She goes to the free throw line for Flanagan, kicks it out into the right corner. Wagner for 3, nothing but net for Wagner. She's got her first bucket of the night. 16-point game, 4:20 to go. Left corner, Aselson pump fakes and ball fake rather, and dribbles around a double team. She'll be fouled. It's going to go against Addie Wagner. Second of the quarter for the Tigers. Third for Wagner in the game. Smith gets it inbounds for Ward. Ward guarded by Flanagan. Passes left wing for Smith. Goes to the top of the key for Even, who pump fakes, dribbles into the lane, kicks it in the corner for Smith. Smith dribbles into the lane, got double teamed, pulls it away from a defender. Three-pointer for Ward out on the wing, no good, in and out. And on the rebound, tapped out of bounds by Harrisburg. Stays with Brookings. We've got a timeout on the floor here. We've got 4 minutes to play. It's a 16-point game. Full timeout on the floor for 60. We'll take 30 of it, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. By Cubby Sports Bar and Grill here, Brookings Radio Sports Network. Along with Alec Johnson and Bob Josted Jim, I'm Gary Hine. Thanks to John Keycaper back in the studio. Engineer doing a great job. Double duty back there tonight as well.
It's tough.
Yep. He's got a long stride on it. Skinny fella. You get through those doorways. So we got some tight turns back at the radio station. You can navigate those. We've got the Bobcats, their work cut out for them again. They've got just 2 points here in this fourth quarter.
They do, and they've been aggressive around the rim, attacking the basket. Just haven't been getting the calls that we've seen in games past. They've only been to the free throw line 2 times tonight.
They're 100% from the line. And we got those 2 though. On the inbound pass, we've got a foul against the Tigers. Flanagan picks up her second, third for the Tigers. Inside 4 to play here. Los Angeles with the inbound. Gets it left wing for Burns. In the backcourt for Ward. Ward crosses over, picks it up, goes to Burns in the lane. And pump fakes, ball fakes, step through move, no good. Left it short off the board. Rebound comes down for the Tigers. That is Merman. He'll dribble it up. Passes left side in the backcourt for Flanagan. Down toward the corner. It is Wagner. In the backcourt for Hofer. Left side now for Wagner. Out the key for Hofer. Right side for Merman. 2-3 zone. Cross-court pass. Left corner for Flanagan. She'll pick it up after the dribble. Go in the backcourt for Wagner. Right side pass to Hofer. Cross-court pass. Left wing for Flanagan. 3 is up and no good. Short rebound. Back for Ward. Ward now dribbling it up against Merman. Spin across the timeline. Pass to Burns. Left elbow. Kicks it right wing for Even. Even goes back to Burns above the right block. Burns dribbles. Kicks it in the backcourt for Ward. Left side for Aselson. Faces up, dribbles into the lane, takes it up, and too strong with a shot. Got a good look, got by her defender. Didn't finish. The right idea. Hofer with the rebound. She goes left side for Wagner. In the backcourt now, Merman. Counted by Even. Dribbles to the right wing, crosses over. Left around pass in the backcourt for Wagner. Left wing pass for Hofer. She had a 3, but thought better of it. As Coach Mayer said, let's run some clock here, girls. Left wing, it is Flanagan, dribbles in, baseline, pull up from 15, no good short. Burns with a rebound, now Ward has it. So jog it up, right side. Inside 2.5 to play. Ward has the dribble out top, takes it in. Shot no good off the left side of the backboard, and on the rebound we're going to get it tied up. The arrow in favor of Brookings. They'll keep it underneath the eyes, we'll check back in. Ward is Macy. Sitting down going to be Macy Even and Amari Ward. In the game for the first time, Lindsey Wirth for the Harrisburg Tigers, and number 30, Jada Mason. And both Hofer and Flanagan sit down for the Tigers. Left wing pass, Smith. Guarded by Wagner. Dribbles, goes cross court, right corner for Buys. Buys, ball fakes, dribbles baseline, and stepped on the end line before the pass in the lane for Burns. Turns it back over to Harrisburg. One of those games where the Bobcats were focused and on top of it for about 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, Harrisburg figured some things out defensively. They stretched out the lead. See 3 more subs for Harrisburg at the next dead ball. Left wing, it is Lindsey Wirth. Goes right side for Merman. Back to Wirth. Wirth dribbles toward the corner, picks it up. Double team now. And she is going to be bailed out by her coach. The timeout from the sideline. Coach Newman calls a timeout. 15 on the shot clock for the Harrisburg Tigers. When we come back, we'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. It is 48-32, Harrisburg with the lead. 1:53 to go here. Bobcats ball out of the timeout. I want to say thanks to Builders First Source for being a fine sponsor of high school sports here. Bobcats come out of the timeout with Buys, Smith, McClagan, Aselson, and Burns. It is Harrisburg ball out of the timeout, excuse me. That's right, they had the trap down in the corner there. Going to be inbounded by Jada Mason. He gets it inbounds, almost stolen away by McClagan, but tipped away and now chased down by Macy Bryant. Bryant crosses the timeline, passes right side for Van Bakern. 5 on the shot clock. Van Bakern in the lane, runner, no good off the backboard, almost banked it in. Rebound tipped around, grabbed by young Setzer. We're going to get a foul after the rebound. It's going to go on the Bobcats. I believe we're in the bonus. Or is that 4? That's 4. Smith will sit down. Checking in for the first time going to be Brooklyn Benton, 5'8" senior. Benton. Top of the key, it is Van Bakern left open from 23. No good. We're going to get a whistle, though, on the shot. And
after the shot.
So now they're in the bonus. So 2 shots coming up. So we got to figure out who's shooting. I don't think it was Van Bakern is going to the line reluctantly almost because she knew that she didn't get fouled. Somebody else may have gotten fouled. Well, Van Bakern steps to the stripe, hits the first one, 49-32. Van Bakern, perfect from the free throw line on the year. And rolls that one in off the front of the rim, 50-32. I want to say thanks to Active Heating, sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. We're going to see some wholesale subs here for the Bobcats. I think we've got 6 players on the floor for the Bobcats. Alyssa Aselson says, all right, I'll sit down. Not sure if anybody checked in for me, but that's a good teammate. Well, now we might not have enough. Oh, now we've got 5. All right. We might have had 7 out there at one point. 7 out there at one point for the Bobcats. Somebody was hiding in this corner from me, I think.
Hey, you're down 18. You got to try something.
Yeah, why not? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Somebody said that once. I don't think that works for high school basketball. Top of the key, McClagan goes left corner for Thompson. She goes in for Delbridge. Turnaround jumper is going to be no good. She's going to be fouled on the shot. Excuse me, that was the pass, by the way, was from Crew Halverson.
Fouls on young Setzer.
I get she and Sloan McClagan mixed up a little bit.
Delbridge will shoot 2.
Delbridge steps to the line. First free throw is good for Clara Delbridge. She gets her first point. Clara Delbridge, 5'10" sophomore forward, number 30. Cuts the lead to 17, a minute 11 to go. Delbridge's second free throw rolls around and drops. So 2 points for Delbridge. Bringing it up is going to be Macy Bryant. Passes right wing for Van Bakern. Van Bakern dribbles to the right elbow. Goes in the backcourt now for number 30, Jada Mason. Left wing pass for Worth. Worth is going to pass right side for Bryant, who travels before she dribbles and gives it back over to Brookings. Just under a minute to play here. Bringing it up is going to be Crew Halverson. Crosses the timeline. Passes left wing for Thompson. Benthine. Now to Thompson. Left side for Keisha Cushing. Pass left corner is tipped away. Delbridge comes up with it. Goes in the corner for Thompson now from Cushing, and she goes down for Delbridge. And the pass tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Clara Delbridge as well. And goes back over to Harrisburg. So Bringing it up is going to be Macy Bryant for Harrisburg. We've got 35 to play. About 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot missed from the left baseline. Delbridge with the rebound, gets it stolen away by Van Bakkeren. She loses it. Now Delbridge has it. Bringing it up is Halverson. Passes left wing in the backcourt for Thompson. Cross-court pass right side for McClagan. Dribble, steps back, goes into Delbridge. Delbridge dribbles in. Nice post move for Clara Delbridge and puts it up and in off the board. 4 for Clara Delbridge. And that's going to do it here. 50-36 going to be the final score. With the loss, the Bobcats fall to 2-9. With the win, the number 3 Harrisburg Tigers improved to 7-3. A reminder that we'll be back at it Thursday night, a makeup game. The boys will be here in town, taking on the Mitchell Colonels, the number 1 team in the state. And then the girls will be traveling to Mitchell on Saturday. I'm going to play that game, by the way, if you're going to make the trip. That's going to be at Mitchell Christian. Just so you know, don't show up at the Corn Palace. There'll be a different event happening there. So Mitchell Christian on Saturday. Thursday night we'll be on the air at about 6:40 with a 7 o'clock tip. And then on Saturday, that game is scheduled for a 3 o'clock tip at Mitchell Christian. It's against Mitchell, the Mitchell Colonels, at Mitchell Christian, just FYI to clarify. And that's set for a 3 o'clock tip, so we'll be on the air about 2:40 on Saturday. We'll take a 4-minute break. We'll have your official stats when we...